can you use Pokemon to predict the World Cup? Every 4 years, millions of people use stats, or science, or an octopus to try and predict the winner of the biggest sporting event on the planet. And guess what? They fail. Because they don't see the clear and obvious link between what it takes to become a World Cup winner and a Pokemon master. Using this flawless logic, I attempted to predict this year's champion by simulating all 104 World Cup matches as one-on-one Pokemon battles. But just one thing, not only are their Pokemon randomized, but I've also given them all metronome. That means all their moves are also randomized, and guess what? Haiti's Pichu is no longer afraid of Brazil's Groudon. In World Cup football, anything can happen. And the tournament opener of South Africa's Bombardier vs Mexico's Palisand really set the tone for things to come. That's dangerous for Palisand, Mexico in trouble. Never mind South Africa's splashing around. Missed the explosion! We've already had a Pokemon explode. This does not bear well. Misty Explosion is but one of many self-sabotaging moves that can instantly score a team an own goal and lose them the match, which for some reason was an extremely popular occurrence in Group A. Why this always involved South Africa, I don't know, but they then tried to final gambit the Czech Republic's Abra, unsuccessfully, before being on the receiving end of a self-destructing South Korean Spiritomb, which also failed miserably. That meant that 3 of the 4 opening matches were effectively won by default, but hey, at least it was entertaining. Unlike the other matches in this group, with the results in, it was the Czech Republic and South Africa who safely progressed to the knockouts, while co-hosts Mexico were left hoping for one of the 8 third-place qualifying spots on offer. Why are there qualifying spots for third-place teams? Money! I wish that was a joke, but it's actually kinda not. With that cleared up, let's see if Group B could be just slightly less masochistic than Group A. Who are they sending out? Shedinja! Oh no, Switzerland, you might be in trouble. Stockpiling? Not sure that helps you, Shedinja. Really not sure. You should just attack. Never mind! Wing attack! Well played, Switzerland! Wins like this can prove very important to teams chasing those third place qualifying spots, as I'm assigning more goals to teams for strong performances. Aside from that though, the most entertaining thing to come out of Group B was their apparent obsession with a certain type of Pokemon. Canada are sending out an American Pie. That's homage. Homage to their co-host nation. And what is Canada's deal with sending out apples? You're up against the Mega K-Rupt, guys! What is with the apples in this group? There's too many apples. The Canadians have now given the Swiss an apple. Sadly, the apples were a bit of a poison chalice, as only Canada's Appleton won their matchup, and with Switzerland ignoring the trend to instead send out 2 nuclear weapons in Mega K-Rupt and Regigigas, they cemented themselves as the current tournament favourites by picking up 9 points from 9, followed closely by Canada with 6 points after Bosnia quite literally dug their own grave and died to fire spin damage in their deciding match. Overall, this tournament was already exceeding my expectations, but something we were still yet to see was how a tournament favourite would fare. That all changed in Group C though, as in terms of footballing giants, they don't come much bigger than Brazil. Who is the Pokemon they choose to throw out? They have thrown out a Smoochum! I think they have severely underestimated their opponents here. Morocco may punish them for that with a 50% Hammer Arm, Strength Sap. They're honestly toying with them. They're back up to 100%. That's an embarrassment for 5-time world champions Brazil. Gastro Acid. It's gone from infestation. Big upset. Massive upset from game 1. Surely they can only improve on a Smoochum from round 1. Is that a blip bug? They've actually... Oh god, they've lost to Haiti. So reputation means nothing here. And 2 teams that will be very happy to hear that were Scotland and Haiti. While Brazil were throwing, Scotland lost their first match against Haiti with an unfortunate matchup against Exeggutor. However, they cast their nerves aside to clutch up and throw out an absolute dream duo of Great Tusk and Iron Treads in their final 2 games. This comfortably cemented their place in the knockouts, but only as runners-up, because Haiti were going on a generational run. After going back-to-back against Brazil and Scotland, they had a chance to go undefeated and win the entire group. Oh no, oh. Is that Haiti sending out a Magnemite against an Infernape? The only way they win this is if maybe, like, the Infernape explodes, right? There's no way out of this for them. In comes Wonder Room, Dragon Dance. Hang on, setting up for another turn. Pain. Infernape's throwing! Pain split at 4%! Please kick the tides a ton! What have they done? Facade, 7% down. Are Haiti actually gonna do this? You got a hit, you got freeze dry. They've done it! Haiti, 9 points out of 9! Who needs Brazil when Haiti are winning games like that? That is a solid 3-2 comeback for Haiti. Unbelievable performance! Haiti was just one of many incredible stories to come out of this competition, but I will say that right now we still have 86 matches yet to play. So from here, I'm going to do my best to hand select the important and interesting battles to keep the runtime down. But while we're taking this convenient hydration break, let me know who you're rooting for in the comments and give a like to the video, because who knows, it may just boost that team's chances of winning. Unless you're Brazilian, in which case you might have already left. Moving on to Group D though, anticipation was building because it was finally time for the last of the host nations to hit the field. America. And in true American fashion, they came out swinging. Not only did they christen their opening game by using a Mars Shadow to beat down a poor, unsuspecting Paraguayan Glamyao, but they followed that up with a Mesprit in Game 2, easily seeing off a Clawitzer to win the group and make the result of match number 3 redundant. Which was a good thing because they lost to a Wingull. Against all odds, Paraguay were the team to take second spot in the group, mainly because they used the superior Dragon-type Pokemon and took down the terrifying Australian Kakuna, leaving the third place spot to a showdown between the remaining teams. Okay, Australia would like to kick things off by sending out a Starly against the Mega Harlucha. Maybe they know what they're doing here. Match a gotcha, draining the health, stopping the sleep, getting the burn damage, reducing Mega Harlucha's attack. This could be or maybe it's... Drill Peck, 4% against the 13. Phantom Force is immune. Can Starly land something? Meteor Mash, they've done it! Australia's Starly takes out the Mega Harlucha! What an upset against Turkey! Oh my goodness! Group E came around and comparatively to everything we've seen before, was relatively tame, I guess. Apart from containing 4-time world champions Germany, who did not have a good time. They looked to be heading to a clear opening match win against Curacao until out of nowhere, their Natu rebelled to Heal Pulse Steenie before falling to a Night/Muddy Water combo. You might forgive them for that, seeing as they were only using a Natu, but they followed that up by sending out a Cofagrigus against an Ecuadorian Gumi, and it happened again. For 14 turns, they just did not attack, leaving them desperately holding out for a third place qualifying spot after picking up their one unconvincing win against a Morlo. Meanwhile, this really was turning into a tournament of underdogs, as while Germany was sending out Natus and Cofagrigases, Curacao were casually duking it out with Iron Leaves and a Ting Lu. That gave them top spot of the group, just barely ahead of Ecuador thanks to their head-to-head record. And spurred on by success stories like Curacao, the Minnows were now truly thriving. Group F consisted of Japan, the Netherlands, Tunisia and Sweden, and this one really did end up being a case of strong Pokemon go vroom. Sadly for the Netherlands and Sweden though, they rolled the wrong dice, as it was Tunisia who topped the group by beating a Dutch Tinkertuff with a Mr. Rhyme and a Japanese Electric with Spiritomb. That left Japan, arguably one of the favorites for the title, seeing as they're the literal creators of Pokemon, to pick up second place using a Walrein to take down an Ice Cream Cone, and Sweden Silcoon in 2 turns with a Hatterene. Triple kick? I mean, it's literally doing 0%. 0.3% damage. Oh god, oh that's an annihilation. And that just about sums up how Sweden's run went. Seeing as I'd already been recording for an hour at this point, I took a much needed hydration break of my own, and now seems like a good chance to talk about typings and abilities. Aside from whether these countries rolled a Pokemon with Zacian stats or Kakunas, seeing as they all had the same move, the typing and abilities that came with certain Pokemon were game-changing. Obviously, Ghost type seemed to be faring very well with so many normal type moves at the disposal of Metronome. But abilities were a slightly more interesting story. Some got nerfed, like Mega Harlucha's No Guard potentially leaving it wide open to a one-hit KO move from a much weaker Pokemon. On the other end of the spectrum though, you have previously easy to deal with abilities like Wonder Guard, which were now match winners if the opponent couldn't land a super effective hit or status move. And finally, there were matches where both opponents landed incredible abilities. And those matches, more often than not, came to some pretty unique conclusions. Never mind Defiant! Oh no, Chi-Yu, what? Hang on, wait, that was Memento is still king though, and will produce a guaranteed loss. New Zealand were either protesting against something, or they're just really bad, because they mementoed back to back and quickly cemented their place at the bottom of Group G. This was arguably one of the least competitive groups in the entire tournament, and for the first time today, actually ended up how the real-life group might finish, with Belgium claiming top spot and Egypt runners-up. Group H, however, was a much more entertaining affair. Relicanth vs Chen Pao. Oh no. I mean, maybe the defense of Relicanth comes through here. Glare to paralyze too, getting that speed control. Cape Verde are slowly whittling down Uruguay here. Ancient Power, my goodness. And the Omni Boost? No Omni Boost. Woodhammer though. Oh no, it's Cape Verde! It's a draw! Oh my! The recoil! Unbelievable result! To give that bit of realism, two teams that faint in the same turn will actually go down as a draw in this tournament. So Uruguay and Cape Verde became the first teams today to share the spoils. And if this were to happen in the knockout stages, then, well, get ready for a very unique type of penalty shootout. Aside from that, I'm not sure what the bigger shock in this group was. Cape Verde somehow rolling back-to-back Relicanth, which turned out to be a very bad play, or that a former world champ finished the group in third place again. Surely there was no way that could keep happening though, especially not in Group I, which contained the outstanding tournament favourites, France. So it happened again. This group was stacked with talent though, and France's misfortune left Norway and Senegal going head to head for the top spot. Norway thinks they're gonna win by sending out a Volbeat against the Wu Chen. Let's see how this goes. Final gambit, 1%! Oh my! What did we just see? Next up we have Cottony from Senegal and Ndidi's Iraq. Or Iraq's Ndidi. Starting off strong with an Icicle Spear from Cottony. Really not that strong if it's taking 20% from a resisted energy ball. Whoa, never mind, I'm wrong. Okay, Senegal know what they're doing. One-hit KO move from Senegal. If you're landing a one-hit KO move, you are getting a 3-0 win. Both of these teams have won their first two games. This just determines who the group winner is going to be. Two adorable Pokemon here. Honestly, I don't want to see either of these guys lose. One more move for Norway to win this. Encore. Do they survive? No, they're done. Svield, Senegal coming with a 9. 3 wins back to back to back. On to Group J then, and here's one for you. What happens when two teams roll brand new Mega Pokemon at the same time? Oh my goodness! Mega Frostlass vs Mega Raichu X. Okay, I don't know how this one's gonna go. Electric Surge and Snow Warning on the field. Mud Slap turn 1. That's a fantastic start for Argentina. Oh! Algeria decided Mega Raichu wasn't for them. I thought we had an epic battle coming there, but what do I know? Algeria really embodied the go broke or go home mindset, as they followed up their self-destructing Mega Raichu X with a guillotining Citodel to claim a 3-0 win against Jordan. But hey, the strategy worked as they won their final battle of the ghost types to secure their place in the second round. Argentina, meanwhile, followed up their Mega Frostlass with a smart counterpick to destroy Austria's Crawdaunt and become the first World Cup giant to actually top their group. So with Messi's nation going through, how would Ronaldo's react? Oh my god. Oh no. DR Congo are not messing around and set out Mega Gallade, and Portugal used Torchic. I know you've got Ronaldo on your team, but that's an interesting decision. Poison Tail is the poison. They survive one more attack. Any more hits and they're done. Yeah. No, they're not. They survive a Crush Grip on 1%. Hello? Oh no, they're done now. Yeah, So there's no dressing this up. Portugal had an absolute stinker. After Torchic, they managed to roll not into the hero form, but zero form Palafin to painfully fall at the hands of Uzbekistan's Jumpluff. And although they rolled a decent Pupitar for their final game, Colombia sent out a Rotom Wash, which went just about how you'd expect. So with Ronaldo out of the equation, the door opened for a new tournament MVP to announce themselves on the world stage. Dracloak vs Starly. Okay, good luck, Colombia. Magnet Rise, making sure that he can't be hit by that ground type move, even as a flying type. Giga Impact. Hey, Moonblast. Moonblast does something, and you need a turn to recharge now. Try attack. You're Moon, you're Ghost type. Uzbekistan playing with them, making sure their next hit will kill, but they're paralyzed. Clear Body doesn't have a stat drop, paralyzed again. Electro Web. They've got to finish something now. Dragon Darts! Using their own move against them to get the in! Oh! The disrespect from Starly! Once is luck, but twice is a trend. And Colombia fully capitalized on the World Cup's most powerful Pokemon to claim top spot and the full 9 points, while elsewhere, Uzbekistan eventually saw off DR Congo's Baneri for second place. And finally, after nearly 2 hours, just one group remained before we could put it all behind us. And what better team was there to do that than the great entertainers and everyone's favorites, England. After downing a pint and spouting the obligatory "it's coming home," this is a team who arrived at the tournament with supreme confidence. Until they lined up with a Lombre, and in true England fashion, they put us through the most defensive and boring opening game we'd seen all tournament. After 10 turns, they only managed to deal a measly 14% damage to Croatia's Araquanid until they got smacked in the face by Dynamic Punch, and we all left the match very underwhelmed. After what I can only assume was a grilling from the media though, they finally seemed to get their act together in Game 2 as they called upon that British Galar region Zacian to, honestly, just about squeak past Ghana's throw, leaving the fate of their qualification down to a one-on-one against Panama's Vikavolt. Inferno Parade, oh my god, they survive on 17%. Inferno! Oh, Inferno does a super base damage that does it! Inferno did crazy damage! What even was that? England come through! This is where the group got interesting though. After defeating England in round 1, Croatia managed to clutch what was quite frankly an unreal second win by using a Trubbish to take down Ghana's Cleavor. But then they threw out a Plusol against Panama's Ampharos, and I think we all know how that one ended. Speaking of Panama, with that win against Croatia and the defeat to England, they also managed to pick up a second win against Ghana with a very favourable matchup of a Grass Monkey against a Whiscash. That means that all 3 of these teams picked up 6 points to safely qualify, but if England beat Panama, Panama beat Croatia, and Croatia beat England, I don't know how the group positions were calculated, because they all had the same goal difference too. But this is what my tournament bracket came up with, so bad luck Croatia. I'm sure that won't have consequences later. After 72 grueling matches, we had finally, oh so nearly trimmed the competition from 48 down to 32 teams. But there was just one problem. 7 of the 8 third place qualifiers had been confirmed, but for the final knockout spot, Australia, France, Germany and Spain were now all tied both on points and goal difference. This meant that the only way to separate them was to hold a mini knockout bracket of their own, just to let one more team progress. We are starting off with Australia-Germany. Is that Australia sitting at the Primarina? Oh my god, it is. Oh, Germany's in trouble. If Australia comes out on top here, this is the World Cup of the Minnows. Tackle comes in, critical hit, scale shot, only hits twice, and minus defense now. Dynamic punch though, with confusion landing. Reversal, big damage, there's still a chance. Volt tackle, that's it. Australia through to knockout finals against either Spain or France. And that will be Burmy versus Chespin. Oh my god, Chespin is French. What a fitting representative. Leech Seed, that's decent. Chloroblast not doing anything. Why did you just lose all your health? What? Where did your HP go? Oh my god, Chloroblast has recoil. It did that much recoil? Are you kidding me? Well, France-Australia final. Druddigun for Australia and France send out a Scavalier. Again, what a fitting Pokemon for France to send out. Smokescreen starting off, making sure that Druddigun can't hit them. That rough skin may work in Australia's favor. Speed swap. Oh, France is now at speeds. Work up. That's a play. That is a setup and a half. Drop kick. Yeah, you see, there's the rough skin coming out. 13% damage from that. Oh, a crucial miss on the glare and a bigger miss from the Giga Impact, though. We're in a bit of a stalemate here because... Never mind! A Scavalier with a Gigaton hammer. Fair play. France are the final qualifier. Bad luck, Australia. Now, the real competition begins. No second chances. To these teams, it's now go big or go home. Knockout rounds. We are down to just 32. Just. Starting off with crowd pleasers, Curacao. Mischievous Flareon? Okay, we trust in Curacao. Morocco has a big chance to create an upset here. Fire Lash as well. 8% confused, defense down. They're immune to Psyshock, but they've hurt themselves in confusion. The knockouts are the knockouts, what can you say? Oh, I really wanted Curacao to do well. Minnows like Curacao had thrown in stellar group stage performances to get here, but as they and teams like South Africa were now finding out, the knockouts were a whole different kind of ball game. Oh my. Maybe? I mean, no. Okay, yep, that's... Saudi Arabia didn't even move. Perhaps they were getting unlucky with the roll of the dice, but with Scotland using the heart of the cards to draw upon, well, Jirachi, they hope to buck this trend against Group F winners Tunisia. Surely you don't lose to a Squawkabilly. We got the Scald though, minus attack, and the Flare Blitz. This Squawkabilly is going hard. Sandseer Storm, another ground type move, not affecting. Setting up a light screen, that's also kind of huge. Guard Split is not what you want to do, Jirachi. Guard Split is critical hit Axe Kick, and Tunisia upsets by defeating a Jirachi with a Squawkabilly. With France taking out the Czech Republic and then England using a steroid-induced bug to end the hopes of DR Congo, it truly seemed like the big boys had taken charge. But there were some underdogs who continued to defy the odds, with Algeria using a Mesprit to upset Uruguay and their poorly timed ball-based tumor, while others were drawn against each other. To see Panama triumph against Uzbekistan, Paraguay take out Egypt's Surskit, and Switzerland maintain their 100% record to see off Iran's Virizion with just an Oranguru. However, the biggest surprise of them all was still yet to come. Do Japan know what they're doing? My previous favorites for this title. I'm pretty sure Haiti do well here. Ice Punch still does decent damage to them. Final Gambit! Oh, they threw it away! Final Gambit on the Haxorus. Japan are out! Next up came the USA, who may have rolled bad by sending out a Dratini, but Austria rolled badder, giving the Stars and Stripes a very fortunate win. That meant that Mexico had the chance to meet them there and set up a derby match in the last 16. But to do so, they had to get past an undefeated Belgium with a Dragapult. Outrage critical hit. That's just done, right? Oh wait, Paralysis? Does Paralysis save them? Shadow Force! Shadow Force saves them! Wait, do they die? It's super effective. Leech Seed! Mexico pulled through! What a play! Taking out the Dragapult, that's insane! With all three host nations still somehow alive and kicking, Senegal put in an impressive performance not just to take down a ground type with the Zebstrika, but also remove European giants the Netherlands from the mix. Norway then managed to survive an 18-turn onslaught from Ecuador, holding out on 1% health as Gramble fell to struggle recoil and a future sight hit. And last but not least, Croatia managed to destroy Colombia's Frostmoth with a Bramblegast, showing that they may still be hurting from their third place seeding, but they were certainly not done fighting yet. Swiftly into the round of 16 then, let's see what Morocco and Senegal have in store. Dreepy vs Uxie. Okay, I mean, you got the right type in Morocco. If that was a Dracloak, you'd probably stand a chance, but Senegal go through. Will Canada keep it going? What have they got? They've sent in the bear! Okay, I think they're still in the running. Yeah, I don't know what you can really do. Hey, Snipe Shot, that's better damage, you're learning. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. And you die. Oh my god, what is that? What is this matchup? Panama and Algeria going hard. Who's gonna deal with the first significant blow? We got Paralysis. It's very equal still. The Paralysis could be the difference maker here. Air Slash flinches the Latias into a Wild Bolt Storm. Eerie Spell, still not enough. Oh my god, he ends with a Blood Moon. We go from Blood Moon Ursaluna to finishing the next game with a Blood Moon. Oh boy. USA versus Mexico. We have got... Oh no, Mexico, what have you done? Oh no, what have you done, Mexico? Nah, yeah, that's what you call a little bit of a whipping. What about Haiti then? They've thrown in a Silcoon. Are we gonna take our time? Is this just gonna be... No, we're Blood Mooning again. Oh, my favorites are going out all the time. The people I back lose it. France against England. Is it time for England to exit as they usually do? Hang on. Cacturn against Zekrom. England have turned up. They've still got the potential to bottle. Blood Moon! It only does 20%. Okay. Why is Blood Moon everywhere now? Sludge Bomb. Yep. Took them a while, but eventually with a Zekrom, they took down the Cacturn. France are gone. 2 more matches of the group. This is an interesting matchup. Bibarrel's typing may just let Argentina go through. They may have got the matchup right here. Center Score's confused and hits itself in confusion by confuse rate. That's a great start. Thrash, they're being locked into Thrash now with Bibarrel. Argentina about to pick up the win. There it is. Bibarrel takes up the win. Underrated Pokemon and a great pick from Argentina. Mega Houndoom versus Iron Thorns. That's a matchup. I don't know who wins this. Iron Thorns has the super effective attacks, but this is a Mega. They use Payday. They want some money out of this group stage match. Oh, the big hurt itself confusion. Pin Missile coming through. Neutrally effective now. Switzerland on the last legs, but plus 2.5 attack now. Mountain Gale. No, Mountain Gale does it. Croatia go through with Iron Thorns. That was a big matchup. Before I knew it, we were down to the last 8. With 2 of the host nations still involved, could one of them really go all the way? Maybe reigning champs Argentina would do the double. Could Croatia be vindicated after the suspect results of Group L? Or might it actually be coming home? It was time for these teams to bring their A game, starting with Canada versus Senegal. Who are Senegal and Canada for sending out? They're... Okay, Fomantis versus Capsicid. Oh my, what a turn up for the books. Look at these power. Whoa, final command. There's one way to kick off a quarters. Okay, that's a draw. We're straight to penalties. Hang on. And the penalty shootout will be Shedinja versus Shedinja. Whoever lands a super effective move will win. Senegal takes the first one. No, not gonna hit us with Spark. Venoshock still immune. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for, but it could be a while. It might not be. Screech, useless. One of you's just gotta land an attack. What are you doing? Oh my god, Wild Charge. Wait, recoil? No recoil. Recoil doesn't count. Swagger, hang on. Confusion. Confusion might do it. That's a big hit. Stomp. He breaks through. Not good enough. Senegal's got the advantage though. Will-O-Wisp misses. He's got it. Confusion. Oh, Canada are so confused at the events, and Senegal make it to the semis. Oh my god, what a first game. One of USA Panama can live up to that. Roselia Stantler, mid-tier, very mid to low tier Pokemon. I don't know who wins this. Intimidate is great for the USA. Ice Fang is incredible for the USA. What a start. Vacuum Wave hitting them straight back with a crit too. Flamethrower. USA is in trouble now. Hang on. Seismic Toss leaves him on 10%. Whoever lands next probably wins this. Guillotine misses! Oh, he went for the one-hit KO! You don't need to do that, USA! Bitter Blade? They've done it. They've done it. USA into the semi-finals. What? I know this seems fake. It's not. Trust me. I can't believe it either. Oh, no! Okay, this might be the end of England. Regieleki against Bibarrel. Oh, no! Any electric type. Hang on, Judgment. It's not over. England can go strong here. Any sort of electric type move from Regieleki kills them. But we've seen Bibarrel win these. Light Screen comes out. Very important for the Thunderbolt. It protects them from the Thunderbolt damage. That's huge light screening. Guard swap. I feel like you're playing with fire. I feel like Temper Flare. England are gone in the quarters. Norway. They've claimed the North Sea. England are gone. And now Argentina, Croatia. Flygon versus Marshadow. That is a matchup. I don't know which way this goes. Fickle Beam absolutely destroys them though. This might be. They're gone. They're gone. We are getting a new world champion. That's right. With England and Argentina now out, a brand new World Cup champion will be crowned this year. Would it be Senegal, the one-hit KO monsters and only undefeated team this tournament? USA, tournament hosts who have pretty much swept aside every neighboring country on their route here. Norway, Group I graduates just like Senegal who are now hoping for revenge in the final. Or Croatia, the Group L third placers who have galvanized themselves in the face of injustice. We got one step closer to that answer with Senegal taking on the USA. I wouldn't want to face Senegal the way they've been fighting right now, but if any team can beat them, it's probably the USA. Oh no. Okay, I may have jinxed them. If Senegal can pull this off, honestly, they deserve to win the entire thing. I mean, if you hit them with a bug type move, maybe you've got a shot, but... Wait, taunt! No! No! Struggle? Oh my god, is Senegal gonna do this? Surely not. No! Do they survive 2 more struggles? Struggle again. Minus 15? Senegal pulled through against the US with a Grubbin! What have I just seen? Alright. And now, one of the European reps, Norway or Croatia. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get 2 megas or something. Nope, we get Granados versus Volcarona. Okay. Heavily in Croatia's corner right now, but if Norway can land... Ooh, if Norway Rock Wrecker... Hang on, Perish Song? That could be a win con. We could be getting another penalty shootout. Hang on. If Norway can survive 2 turns from Volcarona, they may just squeak this on penalties. Are we getting a second penalty shootout? No way. I mean, Croatia are gonna have to one-shot here. Tail slap, they miss. That's massive. And Glaive Rush on the final turn. They're both gone. We're into penalties! Where have all the draws come from? It's Shedinja time. Who will come out on top? I don't know. Dragon Dance. Interesting choice of move. Aerial Ace. Turn 1. Croatia into the final. No restraint. Straight up with the impossible to miss aerial ace. And our finalists are confirmed. The World Cup shall be decided between Senegal and Croatia. Are we going to get a big epic finale, or are we going to get one-shot turn 1? I couldn't tell you. Oh, God. Where did Senegal get a penguin from? Straight up with a bullet punch, parting shot takes down the attack and special attack. Swords dancing from Croatia. They are setting up. Great build-up play here from Croatia. And they can't have their stats reduced because of white smoke. That's huge. Poison sting. Do they get the poison? No poison effect. Unlucky. Rock Blast comes through. It's a good move, but it's not doing much damage, and it only hits twice against Croatia. Night Days, 20% damage. Torko setting up the Tailwind. Honestly, don't know if that lets you outspeed. It does. Okay. Using Cut, Ice Face. It does work then. And they're putting up the Amnesia too. This is... We might struggle. We might be about to witness a struggle to death final. What can Torko... Mystical Fire! Ooh, dear. Okay, that's the first big hit. Croatia taking advantage. And the Strength Sap. I mean, it restores the health. Incredible play from Senegal. Into turn 11. Rock Smash on the Torko. No defense drop because of white smoke. Takedown. Big damage from Torko. Croatia making moves here. Draining Kish. Senegal doing their best to recover health again. They're trying to stay in this battle as long as they can. Shift Gear. This is the speediest, most offensively physical Torko you have ever seen. We're getting close to struggle territory now. Turn 14. And the glare on Croatia, fully paralyzed. That might actually hurt Senegal more than it helps them. With the struggle approaching, Senegal may take themselves out. They've got to make an action now. Turn 16. First impression. No, what have you done? Is that the final turn? Senegal has no moves left. Can you take him out? You can't. You couldn't write it. Senegal's paralysis hit has ruined them. And Croatia are the World Cup champions. So Croatia overcame the odds, and as our newly crowned champions, are now destined to win this year's World Cup. Will our predictions come true? Who knows? But the important thing is that we had fun along the way. And I mean, at least they made it to the knockouts. Hey, it could happen.